Yogyakarta International Airport was inaugurated on August 28, 2020. The airport, which is located in Kulon Progo Regency, is about 42 kilometers from the center of Yogyakarta city. Due to its location on the coast, the airport is designed to be resistant of earthquake and tsunami. So it's equipped with tsunami detection technology and air traffic control tower. From Yogyakarta International Airport to the central campus of UNY, it takes approximately 90 minutes. The guests can enjoy the facilities and services which is offered by UNY Hotel, such as room facilities with free Wi-Fi, restaurant, ballroom, tour facilities, and parking area. All guest accommodation are equipped with facilities that have been designed in order to maintain convenience. Besides of that, UNY Hotel also has a wide selection of tour facilities that ensure tour guests do various things during their stay. UNY Hotel is a best decision for travelers in Yogyakarta. Apart from UNY Hotel, facilities and services for guests is UNY Dormitory. UNY Dormitory provides room service facilities equipped with Wi-Fi and laundry. This dormitory is only for international guests of UNY and not rented for public. After the guest rest at UNY Hotel or UNY Dormitory, the guests will be invited to take a campus tour. UNY is a development of IKIP Yogyakarta, which was inaugurated by the Minister of Higher Education and Science on May 21, 1964. Based on the popularity of the web, UNY is included in the top 10, which is in the 6th place for ICU University ranking. Meanwhile, based on the clustering of the Director General of Higher Education on August 18, 2020, UNY is the 12th best campus in Indonesia. UNY has 7 faculties such as Faculty of Education, Faculty of Social Science, Faculty of Economic, Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Science, Faculty of Sport Science, Faculty of Languages and Art, and postgraduate programs. UNY open postgraduate program for interdisciplinary study program. UNY has postgraduate building with learning room, seminar room, and other facilities to support postgraduate program. This building is located in the east of UNY Rectorate. UNY Central Library has 3 floors. The first floor is used for borrowing and returning books, library membership, free libraries, thesis dissertation collection room, and UNY lecture research report. Meanwhile, the second and the third floor have reading room and book collection room. DigiLib or Digital Library is a digital-based library service. This building consists of 5 floors with 277 Apple computers, video conference, and Wi-Fi for visitors. UNY has several campuses in Yogyakarta. One of them is UNY Wates that located in Wates, Kulon Progo. This building, which is currently used for teaching and learning activities, is the former of School for Sport Teachers. There are 3 faculties and 5 study programs at UNY Wates, such as Diploma of Accounting Study Program, Diploma of Marketing, Diploma of Secretary, Physical Health and Recreation Education Study Program with focus study in elementary education, Education of Elementary Teacher Study Program, and equipped with swimming pool and dormitory facilities. UNY also has a campus in Semanu, Gunung Kidul. This campus is still under construction. It will be used for 6 vocational study programs such as electronic engineering, culinary technology, fashion technology, accounting, marketing management, and public administration. UNY is really care about education to educate the nation children. UNY is not only provide education in urban area, but also provide education for students in remote area. One of them is UNY Semanu, which was built on arid karstland. Faculty of Social Science UNY has a undergraduate study program such as Civic and Law Education, Geography Education, History Education, History Science, Sociology Education, Social Studies Education, Public Administration, and Communication Studies. Besides of that, Faculty of Social Science also has 4 master level study program such as Master of Social Studies Education, Master of Civic Education, Master of Geography Education, and Master of History Education. Facilities and infrastructure at Faculty of Social Science are Academic Information System, Lecture Room, Laboratories, Faculty Libraries, Student Center, Mosque, Canteen, and parking area. Human resources of Faculty of Social Science UNY are not only graduate from within the country, but also from abroad. Kulon Progo offers many natural tourist destinations such as beach tourism and hilly tourism. Menoreh Hills is one of the icons of Kulon Progo Regency. In 1825 until 1830, Menoreh Hills was used as a natural fortress by Prince Diponegoro and his troops in the Java War against the Dutch East Indies. Menoreh Hills is also famous for many natural tourism attractions such as Kalibiru Nature Tourism, Hule Payung, Top of Suraloyo, Ayunlan Langit, Muda River, Kedung Pedut Waterfall, Kembang Soka, Embung Banjaroya, Linggo Tea Plantation, and others. The tourist destinations are not only for refreshing, but also can be used for learning social science and so on. Salam typical fruit of Sleman Regency. On the south side of the slope of Mount Merapi, exactly in Turi district, there are many salak plantations which are one of the icon of Sleman Regency. Tourists can pick or buy salak directly in the garden when the harvest season arrives. Mount Merapi is one of the most active volcanoes in Indonesia. The southern slope is in Sleman, Yogyakarta, and the rest are in the central Java, such as Magelang Regency on the west side, Boyolali Regency on the north and east side, and Klaten Regency on the southern side. Behind its ferocity, Mount Merapi always offers a wonderful view. The material released by Mount Merapi can provide blessing to the surrounding community. Not only does it make agricultural land fertile, but the materials can be mined and sold in the high economy value. A part of being an interesting tourism, Mount Merapi is one of the nature labs that never run out to be explored for academic research. In Yogyakarta, there is a largest Hindu temple in Indonesia, namely the Prambanan Temple. This temple, which is 18 kilometers from Yogyakarta, has decorative relief on the wall that tell the Hindu epic of Ramayana and Krishnayana. In 1991, Prambanan Temple was confirmed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In Yogyakarta, there are many temples that can be visited and used to study. Social Science Integrated Outdoor Laboratory UNY is located near from Ratu Boko Temple, exactly in Prambanan Sleman Tourism Village, and usually visited by high school students for social studies in Yogyakarta and Central Java. It also open for anyone who want to learn about the Social Science Laboratory. Banyunibo Temple is located near from Ratu Boko Temple, Barong Temple, and Ijo Temple. This temple was found in a collapsed state and then began to be excavated and researched in the 1940s. The meaning of the temple is falling water, even though in this temple there are no water drop or water source around the temple. Mount Nglanggeran is an ancient volcano that was formed about 70 million years ago. It has very distinctive rock because it is dominated by agglomerate and volcanic breccia. This mountain is located in Nglanggeran Patuk Gunung Kidul, which is in the Baturagung Mountains. Now, the ancient volcano is a very interesting tourism spot. Around the mountain, there is Embung or water reservoir for about 5,000 meters. The functions are to rainwater reservoir and to irrigate the rice field. In the afternoon, visitors can see the sunset and see ancient volcanoes from across the reservoir. Gumuk Pasir Parangtritis is located in the south of Yogyakarta. Gumuk Pasir Bacan is a type of sand dune that can be found in Parangtritis area. Its existence is spoiled by Mount Merapi eruption material which flowed in the Opak River into the Indian Ocean. Pasir Pasir Parangtritis is not only used for learning medium about alien landscape, but also used for Hajj ritual and its function as a tourist area to be optimized for sunboarding activities which are quite adrenaline stimulating. Besides of that, this area has also been used several times as the shooting location for Pasir Berbisik and Perempuan Berkalung Sorban film. On the south coast, there is a wet sand beach, namely Sepanjang Beach. This beach is located in Ngalos, Kemadang, Tanjung Sari, Gunung Kidul. As the name implies, this beach has a long coastline. So, the tourists can enjoy the expanse of beautiful wet sand and combine with the blue Indian Ocean without being obstructed by large rock like other beaches in Gunung Kidul. In the north of Malioboro, there is the Tugu Jogja or Jogja Monument. It initially was named Tugu Golongkilik, which was built by Hamengkubuwono I. This is a symbolic monument and is a magical line connecting to the South Sea, Yogyakarta Palace, and Mount Merapi. And the most interesting thing about Tugu Jogja is always visited by tourists. Especially for Yogyakarta Palace, is already become a favorite tourism place in Yogyakarta. You could say it is incomplete to visit Gudeg City if you haven't visited the Yogyakarta Palace. Now, some of the palace complex are also used as a museum that has various collections of sultan, which include various of souvenirs that given by king in Europe, replicant of a palace, heirloom, and gamelan, which are all historic. Malioboro is a shopping center in Yogyakarta. On Malioboro Street is famous for street vendors who sell handicraft of Yogyakarta. In addition, on the Malioboro Street, there are still traditional vehicles such as horse cart and pedicab. In addition, in this area, we can learn about administration, sociology, and other social science. With a semi-pedestrian city design, tourists can walk and enjoy the atmosphere of Yogyakarta in Malioboro. Like a song from Katon Bagaskara entitled Yogyakarta, always want to go back to city of Yogyakarta after visiting. Near the city center, there is a favorite tourist spot for local people both in the morning and at night, namely Alun-Alun Kidul. It has famous myth who can pass the ringin kembal by close the eyes then he or she has a clean heart and the wish can be granted. At night, tourists are also spoiled by the atmosphere of bicycle lights, which are very exciting and should not be missed. Titik nol or 0 point of Yogyakarta City is the center of the crowded place in Yogyakarta. This place is special because the existence of ancient building with European architecture that will be more crowded at night. This place is also known as a place that never sleeps because it always has visitors. It doesn't feel like we have completed such a long journey. We are not only get a pleasant travel experience on this trip, but also we get a lot of education. Have a good rest and safe flight on the way back home. Thank you and see you on other occasion. Be smart, stay safe, and stay healthy.